Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Miriam and this is the Many Phases of Mimi. And today, girl, we are discussing whether or not you should throw your man away. Your man, your situationship, your fuck buddy, whoever. If you should throw him away if he don't give you head.
Every now and then, you know what I'm saying, most of the majority of the time, dig.
And the reason why I'm making this video is because in my last video on 5 reasons why you're not orgasming, I touched on oral sex and I touched on this particular subject, and actually I don't necessarily think I 100% agree with what I said. Now I think this topic is probably going to hit different depending on what kind of age you are, and I say this because when I was in school and we were experimenting, we were exploring that whole, and I mean like secondary school, not, you know, and we were experimenting and, you know, feeling out our sexuality or whatever. It was very much frowned upon to give head, okay? I mean, it was bad if you were a shiners, but if you were a bocat, oh hell no. Oh hell no. So if you're like between the age of like, I don't know, like 17 and say 22, and the guy you're seeing is adamant that he don't give head, I think it's more to do with like societal pressures and shaming when it comes to guys. So I can understand more if a guy don't want to give you head if he's between those ages. And if that's the case, you should absolutely not be giving him head, because I find when you're a younger adult, it's more about conquest when it comes to boys and sex, you know. So if he's able to get away with not going down on you and then grinding you down to the point where you give in, and that's not to say you have to be persuaded into doing it, but most of the time, let's keep it real, that usually is the case when you're younger. But yeah, it's more of a conquest type situation, and you don't want to be the butt of the jokes and feel dumb afterwards, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think when you're a young adult, and I mean when you first start exploring your sexuality, I think it's different, and I don't necessarily feel like it's something that you should necessarily expect when you're first having sex, but I don't necessarily think it's something you should be doing either. However, if that's what you want to do you, girl. But yeah, it should definitely be a fair exchange at those ages, because if you're going to go down, both of you are going down together, okay? Now, if you're a grown woman, such as I, then I think the rules are very different. Having said that, the reason why I don't necessarily agree with my statement in my last video is because of personal experience. I was in a situation quite recently, and me and this guy, you know, we were seeing each other, we were having a really good time, and he just could not do it. He was just like, it's just something that he's never been comfortable with, and he was like, when he was ready to, he would definitely let me know about it, but that wasn't something he was prepared to do, but at the same time, it wasn't something that he demanded either. And actually, after weeks of hinting and straight out saying that it's a problem for me, I kind of put myself in his position and thought, if a guy was hounding me down to suck his dick despite the fact that I'm not comfortable about it, how would that make me feel? You know, I think I don't necessarily think there's a double standard when it comes to it, because I don't know if the conversation is being had to this degree, but I definitely think just like there are certain things that we're not comfortable with doing and we shouldn't be made to feel guilty about it, I think it should apply to men as well, you know? And I did. I sat down and I thought about it, and I actually felt really bad because I'd been going on and on and on. But it's like, sis, if he don't feel comfortable with it, he don't feel comfortable with it, you know? So I definitely don't think it is mandatory that you throw him away if he doesn't give you head. However, this begs the question of, if he doesn't give head, should you give head? Now, a girl like me, okay, likes to suck some dick every now and again. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, I enjoy it. I know there are a lot of women who don't like giving head, but me personally, I enjoy it. So I think if you're in a situation where your man don't give you head, it should be completely up to you whether or not you still want to. When it came to that guy, sometimes I would, most of the time I wouldn't, because I'll just feel like, well, if you ain't, you know, if you ain't going down on me, then. But when that liquor hit, But yeah, I definitely think it's entirely up to you. Should he expect you to go down on him if he ain't prepared to go down on you? Absolutely not. This topic in particular pisses me off when it comes to men expecting you to give head even though they don't. And I think it comes from this belief that women's vaginas are dirty, it's unclean, it's where their periods come from, all of this type of shit. When really and truly, I think a lot of it has to do with men believing that they're more sexually dominant. And in the past, this has always been the case, that your pleasure is not as important as mine. You know what I mean? Like, you got whole men out here with cottage cheese around their dick, with smelly balls and sweaty sacks, that still expects you to go down there and suck some dick. Yet they want to make you believe that a self-cleaning, okay, I mean, you still need to be cleaning down there, but I'm just saying, just to emphasize my point, that a self-cleaning tool, is it a tool? That a self-cleaning organ is somehow inferior and dirty. No. Don't be allowing these men to shame you into giving them head when they ain't going down on you, because that's a different situation entirely. And I mentioned sexual dominance, and I think of bashment in particular. You know, man ain't no ball cat, this and this and this. Meanwhile, they expect you to wanna suck some dick, and them motherfuckers ain't even circumcised. Nah. But yeah, to conclude this video, I'm gonna say I don't necessarily think you should throw a guy away because he doesn't give you head. I think if he's genuinely not comfortable with it, then you should respect his boundaries. And if you don't want to continue seeing him, then don't see him. You know what I'm saying? That's fair. That's fair. But if he's pleasing you in every other way, if his foreplay is on point, if his dick game's on point, if he, you know, spends a little bit of money here and there, then there can be exceptions to the rule. However, I don't think any man should expect you to be sucking his dick if he ain't going down on you. If you want to do it, if you're a freak, if you're a freak and, you know, you do it because you enjoy doing it, then that's absolutely fine. But if that's not something you're comfortable with and he expects it, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. So let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you agree with my points. Let me know if you disagree. And I'll see you in the next one.